Hello everyone, Krydax here. Welcome back to our Pyanodons playthrough. So in this episode, we finally get to reap the benefits of having circuits automated. I've let the factory run for a little while, so we've got up to 200 bots now, and everything seems to be settled down. I did also change the delivery of iron and copper to be stacked iron and copper, so that way not as many bots have to be ferrying back and forth. I had also forgotten to deal with the organic solvent output over here. So that stalled out for a minute, but everything else I think is about the same as when you last saw it. And we are gonna, oh, I also added solder, is what I did. If you add tar to some lead and tin, then it makes twice as much solder. So I wanted to do that because we use a lot of solder to make these logistics bots, and lead is a fairly expensive resource, so I didn't want to be wasting a bunch of potential lead while I made all these extra bots. But what I'm going to do real quick is just kind of create some more mall items. So first I want to make inserters and then fast inserters. So we'll do that, and then probably filter inserters as well. So we'll do that over here. I think I can do something like this. Inserter, fast inserter, and filter inserter. And we can, I think, do one chest for all the requests. And then we'll provide each one successively. And then we'll provide filter inserters. So we'll just keep it to one stack of each of those for now. It'll burn through a lot of circuits and a lot of duralumin. And so we'll need circuits, duralumin, iron, and small parts. So iron will go 200. What are the actual numbers here? One of each. So small parts, we'll do 200. Circuits, we'll do 300. That actually seems a little excessive. I probably did too much of the other ones. Where are circuits? Here we go. We'll just do 200. And then duralumin, we need 5 for each fast and 5 for each filter, so we need a lot of duralumin, which is also a very expensive resource because duralumin is, multiple. I think it's like 4 aluminum and 2 copper, if I'm remembering correctly. Duralumin, yeah. So it's a lot of aluminum. But eventually we'll get a better recipe. I think we actually could make one right now if we did all our green science researches. And then looks like circuits are still the problem. I wonder if a lot of circuits are still getting used for bots. So we've got our 50 built up, and then yeah, it looks like we're still trying to build up to 50 on the Pino bots. The construction bots. So that's still using up some circuits. Okay, what else do I want to automate? Let's see, probably we've got belts, we've got undergrounds. I guess I should automate splitters at this point. So we need belts, we need iron plates, and then we need some circuits. So we'll just request a few. Let's say 50 should be plenty. And then we can provide splitters. We'll provide up to 1 stack. And request 1 stack. Okay. We'll also do loaders, which we'll actually put right here, because we've got everything we need. Compact loader, provide a stack of those. Put those on the logistics request list. Oops. Oh, I just overwrote my splitter. Okay. So that should work there. We need power for this inserter. Then I don't use a ton of belt boxes. We won't automate those yet. I should probably automate nanobots now. And those need sticks, which I will. I'll pull off of this iron line. Gosh, I wish, you know, if someone knows how to make that sound quieter when the bots enter and leave these roboports, that would be great. It is such a loud noise compared to other noises in the game, I feel like. Okay, so we've got sticks, and then we need repair packs being made, which are made out of small parts, and circuits. If I can actually use those circuits and those small parts. And we'll provide 1 stack of nanobots. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to double check on my circuits, make sure they're still running at full capacity. Looks like they're not, because we're short on copper. Copper and glass. Interesting. Okay. I think copper is running as fast as it can. It's just 3 per second is not enough. Yeah. I even added some more copper mines between the last episodes so that we've got an entire full belt of copper, but that only produces 3 per second. So it's doing everything it can. It's just not enough. But glass, I'm going to go check on, because that feels like... So yeah, something's stalled out. So we're out of hot air. So we're out of hot air because we're out of hot coke oven gas. So this is where we need to burn extra stone bricks directly. So I think what I'll do is we'll have the top left of this building is free. So we'll request stone bricks. And then that will go into an unstacker. And I think 2 of these will make hot air pretty fast. So I'll put those there. And these will just burn stone bricks. Yeah, that'll make up to 66 per second. Though I would need some more pressure pumps here. Actually, let's do it this way. Okay. And they can handle up to 3.33, which pretty soon, actually very soon, I think I can do the stack size upgrade. This one, yeah. So a research stack inserter, which we won't be able to build for a long time because they require complex circuits. So we're mainly in it for this recipe, which will make all our regular inserters have 2 at once. And then I will just top up valve on this. And so we'll always be using our coke oven gas hot air first, but at some point we'll just start burning excess stone bricks to make hot air. That way we'll always have enough. Connect those up. And then the other thing I want to do is come down here, and what I actually want to do is have my excess stone do something different. So what we're going to have is a couple foundries. How quickly? 1.25. That should be plenty over the long haul. So I want these to make stone bricks, which will then get stacked and provided until we have a certain amount. So we'll connect this inserter to the, not the logistics network, but, or sorry, not the chest network, but the logistics. And until stone bricks stack of 8 is at 1,000. So this way, any excess stone output priority left will first go to making extra stone bricks, which will go to hot air. It looks like right now we don't have much excess stone. Where is all of this going? I don't actually know what's using decent amount of stone. Oh, the rubber. Rubber's using a lot of stone to make sodium alginate. So we'll see if we actually run out of stone bricks doing it that way. I'm not sure if I have stacked stone bricks coming from anywhere else. Yeah, I actually don't even have any. So we're gonna run out of hot air again. So if it's less than 1,000, the excess will add. So then maybe we'll have this one right here. Go to a stacker, and this one will add to active provider only if the stacked stone bricks is less than 500. So that will prioritize the other one first. But if we really need more, we'll use the stone that we're mining. And then we actually need some more fuel for these guys. I feel like I still have crushed coal somewhere in a chest, but maybe I don't. Don't have any left in there. I was running low on power and still am, so we need to add that to the list. It's already on the list. Okay, so we're still improving the mall, technically. I'm trying to decide if there's anything else I want to do. We do finally have some nanobots showing up, so we'll make sure a full stack of those is on our logistics list. And probably some buildings should be in the mall, but I'm not going to worry about that just yet. I can still handcraft buildings pretty easily, especially now that circuits show up in my inventory automatically. That helps. So I'm actually going to improve copper first. So we're going to research that. Oops. And then go back to the inserter research. And we'll start building this in Helmod real quick. So the current build gets us 3 stone and 3 copper plates per 15 ore. The next build will definitely use hot air. And we'll be needing molten copper. And I believe it just gets us the grade 4. Let's double check. Yeah, the grade 4 copper recipe. So let's just throw 3 in there for now. And we should probably actually switch this around. We'll do product input, or I mean ingredient input. When it tells you ingredient input there, that's the mode it's going to be in after you click, not before you click. So we actually want copper ore filter by ingredient. Okay. So let's still go with 15. Get as many grade 2 as we can get, and then that will turn into grade 3 and rejects. Grade 3 can turn into grade 4 and low grade rejects. And then low grade rejects we can turn back into grade 4 and low grade copper dust. What can we do with copper rejects? Copper rejects can go back into grade 3. Oops. I always hit the wrong button. There. Okay, so we should probably have these up here. And then this one, I think we'll have to be a matrix solver. Is that right? Or no, I haven't used low-grade copper dust yet. And I don't think I can. If this is the same as it was a while ago... Oh wait, I can. Okay. I can make low-grade copper, and that just goes straight into more plates. It doesn't turn into molten, though, which is kind of interesting. Not yet, at least. So that low-grade copper just turns directly into like an extra plate. But we get a ton of tailings from that, which is super handy, because we'll use tailings for power and other stuff. But the copper grade 4 is what can become molten. And then the molten copper, we will use 50 hot air to get 15 copper plates. Yeah, that's completely worth it. And now you can see that we get more than one plate per ore once this is all said and done. So much, much more efficient recipe. Plus we get a bunch of tailings, which is nice. That can be used for power or nexolite or other things. We even get some gravel, which I'm not sure what I'll do with. But this is the main build we will want to use. Once our research is done and we have completely run out of power. I should have known that was coming. Because when we don't have enough power, our wood production plant isn't running properly, which means we're going to get not enough biomass. So we're just going to put some coal dust in here. Let's run those for a minute. And we'll run back up to our power production plant. I probably should have had these on separate networks. And do we have any extra biomass somewhere? I do over here, I think. Yeah. So we'll take that, put that in. That should help. See if that works. Yeah, I should have had all this powered by... I guess, I mean, I still could. It's only connected here. Okay, yeah, let's separate out these power grids. So this will connect up to this stuff over here separately. And then this grid will be powered by probably just like 2 turbines, I think will be enough. And we'll have the combustion mixture blow that direction first. And this will be an overflow pipe that will then connect to the other set of turbines. And then those will be connected only around the top here. So those are connected to that grid. These are hooked up into this grid, and then we'll disconnect here. So that way all of this stuff has priority, and only when these two have plenty of combustion mixture will that actually run. And I will add in one of these tanks to make sure that we've got plenty stored up. And I think that should do it, because then brownouts won't affect this area. This area will always be self-sustaining as long as we have the raw coal input, at least, which, since I tapped into this raw coal down here, I think I'll have enough for quite a long time. Okay, so that'll at least keep the brownouts from ruining our power. We'll still have brownouts, but it won't ruin our base. As you can see, we definitely browning out. Okay, so back to what I was doing with the copper. We will probably need, I'm gonna guess, oops, we don't want to link that. I just messed that up. Input is 15. So we'll grab our summary. We'll need a lot of buildings, so I don't know how long that will take to craft. Let's see. We also grabbed way too much gold dust. Put that in some storage. Alright, automated screeners. We need engines for. So I'll just manually grab some more of those. And I think I have enough bots right now. I don't want to keep spending more, so I'm going to remove this inserter for a second. I have it set to where if there's less than 50 available logistics bots, it'll put more into this roboport, but I actually don't like that idea. So I'm going to put these back in, because I don't want to be spending tons of resources on these right now. I think 213 is enough, at least until I can get more copper and iron going. Right now, copper's a big issue. And we need 18 screeners. So, where did those go? I never remember. Okay, so we can build 8 more. That's close to what we need. And then I absentmindedly walked really far away from where my bots need to be. I'll just kind of stand in the middle of my mall and these copper cables. And then it's also worth looking at copper cables themselves. So if we make them from plates, versus making them from molten copper, I think there's a pretty big difference. So let's look into that real quick. So if we make cables, that needs to be its own block. So let's just say we want to make 10 cables. We need 5 plates, which needs 6.67 molten. If I want to make cables the other way, which would be... oh, never mind. We can't get advanced casting. I thought it was going to use sand casting. I think it used to. So we're not going to have that for a long time. Just kidding. But since we're here, let's at least look at what the number would be. Yeah, so you can see we would need 6.67 molten copper normally to make 10 cable. This would only need 3.97. and a little bit more borax and hot air, but you know, a lot less copper in the long run. So what is an advanced casting? I'm pretty sure it's going to be blue level technology. I don't actually know what the item is called. Apparently it's not casting. It's called mold. And we need wax, which comes from the B things, the R quads. We need silicone, which is not too hard to get, but we need clay. We need green silicone carbide, which we actually can get as well. So we could, once we have R quads, we can make this, but I don't know if it's worth it right now. And honestly, those seem fairly expensive in terms of like coal dust and sand, a ton of coke to make this silicone carbide, and it's 1-to-1. So that means one advanced casting needs like 3 coke, or well, graphite's even more coke, so like 4 coke, a bunch of quartz. That doesn't seem worth it to make copper cables. I'm not actually sure if that'll ever be worth it. That's weird. I don't think those recipes should use molds that are so expensive. That doesn't totally make sense to me, but whatever. Back to making buildings. So we've got screeners, we've got 13, and we need 18, and we need jaw crushers. Okay, I think I'm out of engines. So jaw crushers. I guess actually, hold on. We already have 6 screeners and some jaw crushers. So let's not get a little too hasty here. I think I have 5 jaw crushers already. Yep. And then we have casting units. So we just need the rest of this stuff. So we need classifiers, 3 of them. And then we need impact crushers, which I don't think I have any of those. 4 rewashers, a foundry, 9 oxygen furnaces. And we have the casting units. And then I will grab... We'll try to fit this all in one medium factory, which I think I already have one. And we'll use maybe 3 or 4 factory buildings inside of that. How's our power doing? Looks like it's fluctuating a bit. Maybe I should move our improving power to the next thing we do. We definitely stretched our logistic bot capacity asking for all those things. Wow. Used a lot of copper cables and all that. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and begin planning this. Don't know if I'll be able to finish this in this episode, but we can at least get a head start. So I'm going to let the copper keep running for now, and I'm actually going to put this in a separate building. And then we'll move it up once we're ready. Let's at least turn on the lights. Increase power limit. Okay, so we're going to start with 6 screeners. And we're going to crush into the copper grade 2, which I already have that entire setup in a single factory Mark 1. So we are just going to move this building inside of this one. So we'll just use a placeholder for now. we'll use this guy as a placeholder. And so the copper ore will come in, and then I think we have stone coming out, and copper grade 2 is, I think, maybe in this one. Let's look. No. Bottom of the top. So this one. Okay, so copper grade 2 is coming out there. So then I can have that move directly into another building, which will have 7 screeners. Making grade 3 and rejects. Rejects make grade 3 and gravel. Okay, so we'll have 7. We can fit 4, and then this will be exactly half a belt of grade 2, and it will create exactly half a belt of those 2 items. So we actually should be able to do one row here, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And then we need 4 of these, which will start here. Oh, just barely can't fit. And there's, okay, no way I can get an extra one there. So we'll have that, I guess, just underneath this one. And so we'll sort left will be the rejects, copper rejects. Copper rejects. And so then the copper rejects will be on one side of the belt. And on the other side of the belt, we can put the copper grade 3 and gravel. And then there will also be copper grade 3 on this belt. So then we'll sort left gravel. And that will put all the rejects, or I mean copper grade 3 on a single belt. And that will need to interact with 5 screeners, which I won't be able to fit in here. So I think that's all I will do inside of this building. So it feels like we could do a little bit more. I like to do one step in the same place, so I definitely can't fit 5 more of these. I could maybe fit 4. Actually, can I do this? I'm gonna get greedy. Maybe I can. So we've got half a belt. Yeah, that's the problem. We have more than half a belt coming out, so I would need 2 belts to handle all of the items, which we can't do because I don't have the space. I don't think there's any way to make this work. And that's already as tight as it can get up there. If I had one more square vertically, I think I could make this fit. Because I could move this one up here, we could have our 5th screener down here. But because we have more than 7.5 items between these two, the grade 3 will have to be on one side, these items would have to be on the other side, and then there wouldn't be enough throughput. So we'll just settle for this. That's fine. Gravel will come out the bottom. Maybe the bottom right. And we'll have the grade 3 come out there. And let's see if we can hook up inserters. So now that we have the inserter capacity bonus almost finished, these guys will be more than enough. And I think it comes in on the top side of the belt. Oh, right. We don't actually have the items yet. Yeah, so the grade 2 is on the top side of the belt. So we will put the output of these so we can do that. We'll put the output on the bottom side of the belt. So in, out on the bottom side. Output for those. And we need the output for these three on the bottom side. And then we need input for this one, input for this one, input, input, input. And we need input here, so I'll actually grab diagonally for the output, put it on the bottom. And it looks like everything's plenty fast enough now with that capacity bonus. Okay, so then on the bottom side of the belt, so the rejects will be coming in here. We also have, I guess, a little bit of an issue in that we should probably do this so that the excess grade 2 will stop and only the outputs here, grade 3 and rejects, will carry on. And then the rejects will be on the side of the belt here, so we'll need to do this, input, output, I guess, on the right side of the belt. Yep. Put you on the right side of the belt. We should really leave a space here for this guy. This will be on the right side of the belt. Input, input. Here it is, an input. Input for you, and on the bottom side of the belt, output. And the throughput here is 1.5, which our new inserters can handle. So then all the grade 3 will be here. Perfect. Okay, so then we have all of this figured out. And the gravel will join the stone to go out of the building. And then we'll need one more building, I think, to do the screening and the classifying. And then I'll probably... How big are these? I'm wondering if I can fit 9 basic oxygen furnaces in one small factory building. Probably can. But I'll also need all the oxygen. But I think I can fit 9, because I fit 8 here for iron. And so I can probably do that in a building as well. So I think I'm gonna call this an episode here, and we will finish this in the next episode, along with hopefully our power can be improved in the next episode, because right now we are not doing very well on power. And in fact, that's even slowing down our copper because the stackers require power. So we will definitely be improving that in the next episode as well. But I'm trying to stick with shorter episodes, so I'm learning to be okay with being halfway done with a build. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you next time.